again.
Zach. All right. Welcome to another episode of PG-13 with Clara and Zach, the show where Zach tries not to swear and we pretend to support him in it, and where we also ink things and talk about them. How'd you like that for an intro?
There you go. The truth comes out, huh?
Very, very obvious. So,
Friggity frack. Everybody gets a free sketchbook for $3.
Exactly. It's too good to not join the Patreon. Guaranteed every time.
Well, you said there's only one episode. I made it, right?
Yes, the very first one. So we have a shot at making history today. If you can you can you can survive this episode.
Oh, that's history?
I think that could be history. This is going to be episode 6, I think. That's a lot of work that you put
I pay you to count, not me.
That's true. So, right off the bat, before we talk about drawing, I had a very funny thing happen to me just as we were getting on, and I'm trying not to laugh about it.
What's up?
My sisters and I are in the midst of trying to plan a surprise birthday party for my mom. Pretty sure she doesn't listen to this, and even if she does, it won't be up for until weeks after the party. But anyway, we've been planning this for days on our text group, or our text chain. And today, somebody points out that not only is not everyone we need in this text chain, there's a completely random number in this text chain.
Like just random people?
So we've been sending all our surprise party plans to some rando, and the one person we needed to actually schedule around has not been informed of any of the stuff we've been planning for days at a time.
I love that invite to the stranger. Surprise! You're invited to a surprise party.
I know. Oh, it's the worst. I mean, I remember in high school having a few instances of getting the wrong email address for somebody back when, email was like our main way of communicating. So we would like...
It's funny. You think of that as like the before time.
It is. It's the before times. Look, somebody had to be born in 89. We were just like, we would be spamming each other with email and realize afterwards that a total stranger was in here, and poor soul, I'm so sorry we did this to you.
Oh, well, yeah, that's great. I've actually had a person text me before, and they kept doing these group texts to me, and I was like, hello, I think you got the wrong number.
Right.
And then this dude was like, who the F are you? What the hell are you doing in here? I'm like, you're sending all these messages to me. You tell me who you are right now. I was like, no, you tell me who you are. No. Yeah. And the dude wrote me for like 3 weeks demanding I tell him who I am.
I have encountered
or vice versa, rather, if I could talk. Sorry.
Tell me who I am.
I was asking this angry stranger my most intimate questions. What is the meaning of life?
I know, right? Who am I?
Why am I here?
But like, I'm interested to hear that, because I've had that happen too. I went in school sometimes when I was still a nerd and didn't have good systems for anything. Sometimes I would text myself reminders, and I got my number wrong one time and texted to a random person, and it was a text that just said Wednesday.
Very ominous.
Right. But and they did call afterwards, and I was just straight up like, I'm so sorry, that was just a wrong number. I did not mean to send you that. And they were very belligerent about it. But to be fair, it did sound like I had just sent them a threat. Wednesday.
It's just a ticking clock after it.
I know. They're just lying in bed at midnight on Tuesday, just like staring at the
What the heck happens on Wednesday?
What
did I do?
Oh no.
Was that person at the supermarket I got in front of with that?
Right, exactly. And that's like the equivalent of just walking up to someone and saying, I know what you did, and they will never be okay again.
Or Kiefer Sutherland with not a crossbow, the Cupid bow, coming up to you and just saying, I think I'm falling in love with you. And then electrocutes you. It's a really confusing message.
Yeah, he's an emotionally stunted man. He's experienced a lot of trauma. I think that might be the best he can do relationally.
Well, he used to be a 20-something vampire, so he's come a long way just in that.
Oh my gosh, he was so cute in that movie too.
Oh, I was terrified for a moment you're going to tell me you had a crush on Corey Feldman. Then I was going to have to
No.
triple fire you.
No.
King Kamehameha fire you. That's where I fire you out of a volcano into the sun.
That's okay. I would have deserved that. No, I mean,
good. You're rehired just for that answer.
Lost Boys was the advent of like the sexy vampire the way we sort of have it today, I think. So everyone in that movie had to be really lovely, but it is very funny looking back on how young everyone was.
Oh yeah, just kids, man. Kiefer with that fat kid face.
I know, he had his baby cheeks and his feathered hair.
Yeah, and he was in Young Guns as well. I went to the theater for that.
Oh, was it on a date?
Well, with my two seventh grade male friends, or eighth grade, or whatever the hell it was.
I don't know what year that movie came out.
Yeah, I forgot. You're born in the barely in the before time.
It was born in the 89.
Oh, the 89.
So I saw the 80s. I can brag about that.
Yeah, you saw it when clothes were just starting to get a little less ridiculous, and then everybody started wearing like mom jeans and stuff, and then that's what you see girls wearing now. I'm so fortunate to not be perusing the dating scene with women now, because I just hate the clothing, and I'm not even a clothing guy. I prefer no clothing, in fact, Clara.
You're a simple man.
I am a simple man with very simple bear taste.
They're also, do you know about this? They're also parting their hair in the middle.
Oh, crap. Oh, no, I can say crap. I can say crap.
You can say crap. I want you to win this time. I really do. I want you to win.
Oh, really? Because I got all pouty pants and poopy pants last time when I lost, like, with 5 minutes left.
Yeah, you got really close.
Ricardo's, I'm pretending you're my grandmother, and I'm going to win this time.
Okay. Well, before we move on, let's say a few things about what we're working on, because this is ostensibly, huge finger quotes, ostensibly an art podcast.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to describe it, right?
Mm-hmm. In theory, it's wearing a mask that says art podcast on it. But in actuality, it's just like, we just need to hang out randomly and blow off steam and be hilarious. Are we hilarious?
Carl Jung's inner shadow of a comedy podcast.
Yes, indeed.
So, wow, I just made it not joke.
Good job. Hey, it had no swears in it. You're still winning.
Yeah, I'm way funnier vernacularly sober.
Vernacularly sober. I think that might be, I think you might have just picked the title this time.
There you go.
I felt really bad.
Giving into society's childishness.
Yes.
Keep going.
No, tell us about your piece here. This is the charity piece you're doing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. This is for the Rocky Mountain Lab Rescue, where we got Texas from, our rescue from Houston. Though they're a Colorado company, they get a lot of the dogs from Houston. Areas like that tend to have a lot of dogs that need homes. So
just like major metropolises? Is that the unifying factor?
Metropolis, warm weather, the type of culture down there.
Gotcha.
You got a lot of things that kind of overlap as far as that Venn diagram. And they ship them up here. We get a lot from New Mexico as well. Similar issue.
Okay.
But anyhow, last year they had a raffle or something to that effect, and they asked me if I would donate something. And so last year, many people saw me do a portrait of Texas in blue, two of my labs, and
I remember that. That was
practice. Well, that was just basically a little bit of practice, but also for an example, of me what illustrations like of me doing a dog or portraits, for
Right.
people would look like. And, we got a nice portrait out of it. And I don't do portraits of my dogs, sadly, very often for multiple reasons. But that time I did, and I'm very happy I did. And somebody paid a good amount of money to have 3 animals memorialized for her sister.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I think this one passed, and then I think the rat passed, and I believe Sadie's still around. I think that's how it went. So there you go. A nice morbid piece, but a beautiful piece. And they're really into like fantasy stuff, so like Lord of the Rings and stuff. So I put it in my basically my Hellboy foliage from what I did in that book.
That's nice. That's a really good idea. I like that.
Yeah. Well, awesome. I'm glad you like it.
I approve.
Well, thank you.
You may proceed.
Are you hired or fired right now? I can lose track, but you're
the
opposite
me a few
one.
Ago.
Okay.
Ago.
Okay. So you're on double hired probation.
Okay.
For saying something nice.
Yes. But you were saying earlier, well, first of all, I remember those, the portrait of Texan Blue. That was when I was first discovering your work, and I watched those live streams you did of working on that with some of the most rapt attention I've ever watched anything, maybe.
Oh, that's just because you like my hands.
No, I can guarantee you that was not it.
Liar.
Sorry to crush your spirit there.
I have no spirit to crush.
Well,
I sold it at the crossroads for the ability to play blues music.
Oh, how come you've never played blues music then?
Because then I sold that back to the devil to only be able to play, sing word for word, old school. Who were we talking about? George Michael.
Yes.
Because I guess it would be nice.
I mean, to be fair, you were not doing that badly. I was surprised.
Well, I'm a man of many surprises.
Apparently.
That's on my business card.
and sometimes the surprise is just Wednesday.
Or hand the man of many surprises business card just to some random person in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm. And then just like make direct eye contact and back out slowly.
Yeah, just a slow nod. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what's up. You were saying earlier you were not sure how you were going to handle the brindle on this piece, the texture on the dog fur.
See, yeah, I've never done actual brindle. I did. Well, I changed the Cane Corso in Hellboy to a solid black, as per Mike's request, what he needed for it. So it wasn't actually brindle, which most of those Cane Corsos are. I'm sure there's plenty types, but so I actually never have. Long-winded Zach answer. I could have just said no.
I do love it. It always fascinates me when you encounter something for the first time, when you realize like, oh, this is the first time I've drawn such and such. And it's always sort of an exciting moment. And it's interesting to me that even at your level, you're still running into that. So that's one of those grounding things for me. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I remember since we brought up Mike, I remember Mike speaking to me about this or that insecurity and blah, 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 and admitting I can't draw this, so I need you do that, and you design that. It's healthy to hear badasses or people that are a little beyond your ability to admit things like that. Humanizes them and relegates your that anxiety of your ego a little bit, that I can't do what they do. No, they suck just like you. They've just figured a way around it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Except for Clara.
Oh, me. What did I do?
Master of all.
No, not in the least. Not in the least. I needed so much help with this panel down here.
Which one?
The one with the perspective grid.
Oh, what did you need help with? It looks perfect.
I needed help from you with the perspective because I managed to mess up my grid, so my perspective was all over the place. But to be fair, I don't
What?
grid very often. But the spatter for the lights, I think, turned out really nice.
Let's see. Yes. You might want to think about. Ooh, I'll talk to you off air. I got one little suggestion that's
Okay.
not a solid black, so I'll. I think it would make it more 3D.
Okay, great. I will remember that.
Jeez, Clara, quit burping.
Impressive. No, if I could burp like that, I would be doing it professionally, sir.
Hi, I'm Clara Meath. I'm Clark for meth. Professional burpstress.
Burpstress. I'm a professional burpstress.
This is my friend, the bearded lady, and this is the half man. Oh, Wolf Bully's over there, but he doesn't like my burps.
Oh, there's a very loud plane outside. Okay.
Sounded like coughing.
Yeah, well, the planes around here sound like coughing. It's a very backward state.
South Dakota, man, you got cough planes, and do you have to go out there when you take off and help start the rotor?
Yeah, just cough at
it. Cough propelled.
Yes, exactly. Dude, this was not even on the list of things I was going to talk about today. I recently watched. So, I have the family members in town that I go and I watch movies with most weeks. We decided to watch something bad just to see if we could enjoy it, because we're all Mystery Science Theater heads. We watched Johnny Mnemonic.
I saw that in the theater.
It might be the worst actual movie I've ever seen.
Oh, there's worse, but that's a pretty bad one.
It's so bad. I can't even get my head around. Do you remember like the opening scene where he's like trying to be sexy? It's really weird. Like he's in a hotel room and like he just had like a one night stand and the woman walks out on him and he's like lounging around like pretending he can speak English normally and like talking into his video phone and everything. Yeah, this was like, I don't know what it is about him. He can't, when he's acting, he can't use normal inflection when speaking. I don't know what I love him. I love him so much. We all know that at that point, but I don't know why he can't just talk. But man, it was difficult. It was so difficult. And he's like talking directly at the camera in this very stilted way. Almost everyone in that movie, I figured it out by the end. Almost everyone in that movie is acting like they're in some sort of high school production. Like it's that bad.
Well, Henry Rollins isn't a professional actor, so you better stay off of him.
Honestly, he wasn't even the worst. He was not.
He was actually one of the better actors. Him and Dolph Lundgren or whatever.
Yeah, like he was decent, but everyone else. And I guess I forgot what was the woman's name? The lady from Starship Troopers.
I haven't seen it in a while. From what?
It was the other girl in Starship Troopers, the one who wasn't Denise Richards, the other love interest. Forget her name.
I think her name is pronounced not Denise Richards.
That's an excellent. I'm going to change my name to not Denise Richards.
I'm not a Denise.
I changed my name to not Denise Richards to see if I get more dates.
I don't know. You got the divorce dads hounding after you, right?
Yeah, but now that I'm thinking about it, I think Denise Richards is not an appeal anymore.
Oh, she
no,
not age well or something? She's getting a house fire?
No, she's.
Or are you just shaming people again?
I'm not. She's just I don't want to be unkind. It's just like she's well liked as an actor, but she's one of those women who aggressively makes the wrong choices in love, and it's like very
aggressively. Yeah, an actress.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
I hope I'm remembering this correctly. Forgive me, everyone, if I've completely misremembered it. But regardless, yeah. But speaking of failure to romance, I had I had two more of your favorite stories, the failures of my dating life.
I just like that your dating life consisted of you just working at Trader Joe's.
Yeah, working at Trader Joe's and also being a student for a little while.
Okay. You just
But
said you drank Guinness in your room and got porky or something. I can't remember what you said.
what? It was French fries.
No. Ah!
Oh no!
Ah! Oops.
That was magical.
Hey, everybody. This is a super professional podcast.
This was the second appearance of your wonderful ringtone on the show. Oh, that was the other day when I called you. You just picked up the phone immediately with, "It always makes me sad to stop my ringtone."
Oh, well, it's the orgy pit from Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah, where they're all painted with rectangles.
Well, yeah, shapes, black and white, and they occasionally change shape throughout the scene.
They look like they would smear off very easily if you were doing, I don't know, rigorous physical activity like slaughtering a bunch of people.
Oh, well, they were sinning. So Conan had to write that shit.
Oh, yes, that explains why the paint didn't smear off. You're a man full of logic. Anywho.
Yes, thank you. So your pretend dating life at Trader Joe's, what's up?
Well, this one wasn't at Trader Joe's. This one was at like a school situation where.
Okay, let's
so
go.
There was a different. This is not the guy from before. There was a different guy who was, you know the type. He was just very hapless. I did feel bad for him because he had like no social skills, which is a rough place to start. But he had such a crush on me, and he expressed this by never talking to me, but sitting directly behind me whenever possible.
Staring at your head.
I can only assume, he was very small and nervous. So, I mean, if he'd been any other way, I probably would have felt uncomfortable with that. But as it was, I just felt sort of I guess, bad for him. I felt bad for him. I always feel bad for these people, Zach. I don't know if I should, but there it is.
Well, you can feel pity for somebody. There's nothing wrong with that.
But anyway, now I just got sad. I just feel sad.
So how'd you make this guy that likes smelling the back of your head feel bad?
Well, the specific instance that I always remember is the one time when I dropped my phone. When you have your phone in your back pocket and you sit down, sometimes it just slithers out. So that whole thing happened. And I'm mortified because it's like, I have to turn around and pick it up. He's going to be right there.
And there's hardcore pornography on it, Clara, on your home screen.
Yeah, on my lock screen. But anyway, I was like, oh, I know, I have to turn around and pick this up. And this guy is going to be right there and it's going to be weird. So I turn around at obviously he's also trying to do the chivalrous thing where he picks it up and hands it back to me. So as we're turning around, we almost clonk heads to start with. And then, so
you finish kissing him, and then what?
Yeah. So I take it out of his hand. It's just like, oh, thank you. Sorry about that, sort of thing. You can't take a phone out of someone's hand without touching their hand. So that happens.
Without kissing. I get it.
Exactly. Without hand kissing. And so then.
Without breathily saying to them, I think I'm falling in love with you.
Wednesday.
Carry on. Sorry for interrupting.
So I think it's blown over, and we're in the middle of class and everything. And I'm just like, well, that was awkward. I'm just going to keep paying attention. I'll keep my phone on my desk here. And poor guy, his adrenaline caught up with him. And about 15 seconds later, I hear very, very heavy breathing. He's trying very hard to hide the fact that he really was inspired by that interaction. And I felt very bad. But it's
by touching your hand?
Yes. but and it's that thing where you can tell he's trying really hard to hide it, and I felt terrible.
Oh.
Because I was like, he knows I can hear this.
He's having a Shakespeare moment out loud. Be still my heart.
Yeah, yes. I felt so terrible.
Well, I'm sorry.
You see why I felt bad.
When did you guys get divorced?
I don't think I ever knew his name.
Oh, Yeah, but you feel terrible for him, huh?
But he's still a human being. Listen, we've all been.
I'm not a human being enough to get to know him. Like, you can't even say what. Hi, I'm Clara. Your name is Breathy Boy.
I don't. I'm sure I knew his name at one point, but I could backtrack on that. I'm sure I did. But
Okay.
It was a long time ago. I certainly don't remember it, shall we say?
Okay.
But yeah, we've all been.
I'll allow it. I don't remember anybody's name. Who are you, by the way?
I don't know. That's you'll have to send a random person a text to find out who I am.
It's like the guy at what were we joking on off air about the stranger asking a stranger about your existential dread about existing in the universe?
I don't remember at all.
Are you drunk, Clara?
No. I've had some very strange days of inking and working very hard, which has put my head in a weird place. But
I thought I was the one that was all sweaty and effed up.
Well, we can both be loopy today. How about that?
Loopy Clara and Loopy Zach. Team Loop.
Yeah, that's right. The loopiest. And
the Loopsters.
The other one I think is better. So this is a tale of Trader Joe's. Oh, wow. We're already halfway in. We got to jump into Super Fight after this. So this is a tale of Trader Joe's, as I like to introduce all my tales of Trader Joe's.
Go.
So this was several years back when I was in this was the Minneapolis store. And there was a coworker / manager. He had moved up to manager in the time that I'd been there.
Sorry, did you travel across the nation going from Trader Joe to Trader Joe?
Yes.
It was part of your illustrious Trader Joe career?
Yes, I did. I worked at, I think, 5 different locations from Maryland to Georgia to Minnesota.
Well, it's a modern day Johnny Cash song, but carry on.
Yeah, excellent. Modern day Johnny Cash song. That's beautiful.
Brand new Trader Joe. Anyways, go.
And I would like to lead with this incident was not without precedence. I had many coworkers in my time there. I can think of 2 off the top of my head who met, fell in love, and got married working at that, just as being coworkers at Trader Joe's. So if you're looking for love, consider Trader Joe's. And there was also a lot of, already married couples working there together. So it's a place full of romance. What can I say? So this guy
anytime you're working close with other people, you're going to rub against each other, and then you have X amount of chance that some of them will succeed.
Oh, there you go. That was very romantically put.
I try to use language you use.
Okay.
They become romantically involved and then perform hardcore pornography.
Oh, you're the worst. I have no memory of saying that. But anyway, okay.
I showed my wife, so I can at least get verbally verified.
I believe it. I just don't know why I can't remember it. Anyway,
you drink heavy. Carry on. So, assistant manager, okay. And you were talking about Keanu Reeves.
No, I was not. And when we had been both on the same level, when we'd both been first rung employees, I knew he had a thing for me, but I didn't really have a thing for him, so I just sort of let it go. It was not unusual, to be fair, and I wasn't into it. Whatever. He became a manager.
I like that subtle humble brag.
Well, you know what? You're the one who just said whenever you're working closely with people, this stuff happens, and it does.
Okay. Except for you. You just string them along, and then they all commit seppuku after meeting.
I don't string anyone.
Or stare at the back of your head. You know what you're doing with that head flaunting.
Walking around with your head like that. Having a head on your shoulders.
Hey, miss, having a head.
I love women who have heads.
It might sound stupid, but I prefer my women to have faces.
They called me weird in school, but I just like it.
I just do me.
I don't even remember where I was. Oh, okay.
So you guys used to work together. He had something for you, but
he had a thing, and
you blew the frigid, cold Arctic blast of Clara's love life at him, and
I did, yes.
Gave him frostbite.
Well, what happened was he moved up to be a manager, and you can have that level of fraternization, but you have to be at a different location. So he sort of gave that up. He didn't want to switch stores. But then I don't remember if he quit or did switch stores for a different reason. But basically, I got a drunk booty call.
Oh.
Out of nowhere, he sends me like one of these really classic like you ups at like 2 a.m. one of these times. And like I barely know this guy, so it was like, oh, he's thinking about me. That's weird. So my maneuver.
That's weird.
That's weird.
A human male is thinking sexual thoughts about me. Fucking weird.
I didn't want him to. I didn't.
Well, I get that. Then it's creepy, not weird, right?
Yeah, I suppose. But my move in situations such as this is to pretend I don't understand what's going on.
You just play dumb?
Yeah, I don't know if that's the right move or not, but it seems to work. So I waited until like normal business hours, and then I responded with like, "Oh, hello. How lovely to hear from you. I hope you are doing well," sort of thing. Like I had no idea what he was trying to do. And
That's great.
He never responded. In your opinion, is that an effective technique? Before I continue, because I've never actually asked like a dude.
Well, it's kind of like throwing a tennis ball against the curtain. You being the curtain, it just drops. There's no energy there. So they can keep throwing, but eventually it gets kind of boring and useless. So it's more just kind of like a low-level war of attrition that they don't quite know they're playing yet.
Right.
That being said, I've done it myself, so don't feel too bad, though you should be judged more harshly.
Oh, okay. That's completely fair, of course.
I am glad you agree with me, Clara.
I'm messing up this glass. This glass is hard to ink.
Glass is always hard to ink.
Yeah.
What are you inking it with?
My brush pen. It's the broken glass, so I want these organic shapes, and the brush pen gets the nicest fine lines. I mean, it's going to be on black anyway, so I don't have to worry too much about the containment line, but I want it clean and glossy. This is the first page of my book, after all.
Oh, I saw you had like 7,000 likes already or some shit. Oh, there's one. Gotta be disciplined.
Oh, you're doing really good, though. We're more than halfway.
It's like a kid trying to ride a bike. You're doing well, Johnny.
Keep
pedaling.
Listen, you're the one who's always telling me it's important to keep learning throughout your life.
And I'm learning not to be a hypocrite, but I'm not there yet.
Oh, okay. Good job. As long as you know.
Yes. So you dead fish handshake them.
I did. I very much did. Oh, the other thing I do is I shake hands very aggressively, and it weirds men out. But anyway, I gave
Me too.
Nothing.
We have that in common.
I gave him nothing. I gave him, the very formal response. He did not reply at all. But here's what happened. I didn't feel bad about this at all, though. Maybe I should have. I don't know. Next day at work, I told everybody.
Oh, that's how you do it.
I told every single other coworker who I had any sort of speaking relationship with. And man, it was funny. I was like, y'all remember so-and-so, right? Guess what just happened? And it was so funny. Like literally years later when I left that store, there were still people who was like, I see so-and-so pop up on Facebook every now and then. And I always think of you.
Was he a wiener of a guy or just bad luck he ran into you?
He was a little bit gross.
So he was partial wiener?
Yeah, partial. I'll give him a partial. He tried. He was very young, he had life ahead of him to learn.
Well, good for him.
Laugh at me all you want.
Okay, before we go into super fight, remind me next time to tell you about the time my biology professor tried to have sex with me in the classroom, and I was clueless.
That.
There's a good
Okay.
dating story for you.
Wait, at what age?
I would have been 21.
Oh, okay. That's a tiny bit better, I guess, but my gosh, so college.
She
Then.
is probably 33, 32, something like that.
That's so crazy. You must really want to lose your job to pull something like that.
Oh, I don't know. I like to think I'm irresistible.
Yeah, I've known you for a while now, and you do not like to think that.
Well, thanks for stepping on my humor, but I do appreciate the compliment.
It's Clara striking out with her no but theory of improv.
No but end.
No but.
Your story I find flawed.
Not yes and, but no but. Okay.
No but end.
All right. Before we do.
Okay, super fight. We'll talk about Zach's pathetic dating history prior to, and there's a really funny tag to that story too, all happening within the same day, I think, if I remember
hold
correctly.
On. Let me write this down on my list. Chemistry teacher. If I can read my own
Zach did not realize teacher was trying to bang him. Go.
Okay, I have got the super fight cards pulled. I'm going to start with me. And all right, here's my cards. I am an eagle.
Eagle. Cool.
I can control machines, so that's unique for eagle.
It doesn't say how. Oh, wait, I ruined how I'm going to beat you.
Yeah, that's true. It doesn't say how. It doesn't say like.
You have to use your eagle claws to like move levers and stuff.
In the conventional way, just like you can control machines in the conventional way. You just,
it doesn't say magic, so right. You got to peck at buttons.
You just grasp the steering wheel in your claws, in your talons, and drive that
and
car.
Fly aggressively with one wing, one way or the other to steer. Okay, carry on.
And I heal 100 times faster than normal.
Oh, fantastic.
So if I get into an accident because I was steering with my talons, then, I'll be back.
You got your Eagle Wolverine's mutant power.
That's really a meaningless card and meaningless power to have if you don't know the standard healing speed, isn't it?
I suspect.
All right. You ready for to hear your fate?
Bring it on. Bring it on like a lonely biology teacher.
Yeah. That's so sad. Okay. You are a whale. I'm sorry.
I don't think shaming publicly looks good on you, Clara.
Look, we're both.
I'm working on my weight.
I'm gonna spin it that we're both animals. And I pulled these blind. I didn't know it was gonna say you were a whale.
If I'm pregnant, I quit.
You're like a pregnant whale. I don't know. I think Jack Bauer needs more children. Okay. All right, but
Jack Bauer. Sorry.
Here's the features of your whale. You have two extra arms. I don't know if in this context that means extra fins. I can't really imagine how that would.
It doesn't say context.
Okay, all right. You have two extra arms. Which syntactically could mean you're literally covered with arms. It doesn't limit them, does it?
Yeah, because an armed covered whale traditionally has an unspecified amount. So I just have two extra than I was supposed to have.
Right. They're just like sprouting out of your whale eyeballs.
Not my eyeballs. We'll get to that, young lady. What's my power?
And you can stop time while holding your breath, which is pretty significant for a whale because they hold their breath for like 2 hours.
Shoot.
So, okay. So despite being a whale, you have some cool powers here.
I have a whale with 2 extra arms, and what are you again?
I'm an eagle who can control machines and has Wolverine healing powers, basically.
Okay.
All right.
Well, come at me, eagle.
All right. So I'm gonna meet you where you're at because
where am I at?
You're in the water, dumb cop. You're in the water.
Did you say dumb cop?
I said dumb cop because I randomly speak German sometimes.
You just do. Can I curse in German? I know that from childhood.
I actually know a lot of German curses too. Yeah, you can get away with that if you want.
So you can. Isn't Scheißerkopf?
Scheiße, yeah.
Yeah. So that's S-head, right?
Right.
Well done, Clara. Quit cursing.
Okay. All right. Okay. Anyway. So you are sloshing around out in the ocean, a horrible monstrosity, just basically a giant, like, tub of whale.
Wow, the whale hate is I mean, again, I'm working on my weight, Clara, but yeesh.
Covered with
Covered
with arms.
I'll let you continue with the hate and whale bashing.
Oh. So I'm an eagle and I'm flying around and I have a
What type of eagle?
I'm gonna say golden eagle because that's pretty large.
It's the largest eagle, I believe.
Harpies are bigger, but they're sort of obscure.
That's funny because when I think of you, I think of a giant harpy.
Aw, that's really sweet.
Sorry. Well, thanks for just fist deflating my joke there, Clara.
What did you want me to do? Did you want me to get mad?
No, you're supposed to be. Okay, carry on. You're fired.
I'm fired again. Okay. So I'm flapping around, flying over the ocean, looking for this whale that I was gonna say ate my leg off to do a Captain Ahab, but then I remembered I heal super fast, so that's not really gonna work. So I'm looking for this whale who tried to eat my leg.
Maybe
off.
I can eat a leg 101 times faster than you can heal.
That's not one of your powers, though.
Maybe it's just something I can do. You know, some people, they don't just advertise they can bowl.
Okay. What we have here is
a failure to communicate.
No, what we have here is a literal encapsulation of the way you play Super Fight, which is just like, I'm going to introduce whatever I want.
No, I'm just asking questions, and you're already cheating and lying, and, you know, I don't know.
Whatever. Okay. I'm flying around with vengeance in my heart because once upon a time, this whale covered with arms tried to eat my leg. He didn't succeed because my leg grew back, but I'm still very bitter-hearted golden eagle.
I like to think I let your leg off the hook.
Off the hook, indeed. That's the best comeback I got. I'm sorry. I'm
the only thing shittier than my pun. That's 2 curse words. I got one more.
2. Okay, you can do this. I believe in you.
Carry on.
What was I going to say? Okay, so I see you. I see your spout. I see you spouting off in the distance, and your stupid cacophony of arms just sort of flailing around. And I know this is my day. This is the day I will destroy him. So I keep
You're so mean.
I keep you in my eagle sight because I have amazing vision because I'm an eagle, and I scout around for some sort of machinery because I can control machines with my mind.
No, it doesn't say that.
No, it says I can control machines, and that is how I am going to take it because 2 can play at this game or the game that you have
you're
made
changing.
This into. Yeah.
Oh, you already agreed that you peck at things.
Yeah, well, I learn. So there's way out in the deep ocean, there's a guy like speedboating. And I'm gonna do the terrible thing. I'm gonna first throw this guy.
He's speedboating way out in the ocean.
Yes, it was the only thing I could think of with a propeller. I need a propeller to kill you. That's what I know. What else has a propeller?
Carry on.
Like giant ocean liners, but I'm not going to be able to catch you in one of those. So I attack the guy on the speedboat, throw him out. He tries to scratch me or whatever, but I heal 100 times faster.
You're the one with claws and he's the one scratching?
Yes. Well, I'm not trying to hurt him. I'm just trying to throw him out of the boat. He's trying to save
This is
himself.
starting to sound like a parable. Carry on, though.
I'm sure we could find a sort of parable meaning to it. But anyway, so I throw him out of the boat. I take control of the boat. I'm just sitting on the helm very epically, just like my wings swept back like a figurehead, or like a, I'm a glorious statue on the front of this boat, and it's like I'm buzzing out, and I'm gonna attack this whale. And
are you steering with your mind, or actually entertaining everybody by steering with your talents?
I like to sort of come down to a humble level sometimes and steer manually. So while I can control
well,
this
now
boat,
you're getting unrealistic, Clara.
So while I can control this boat with my mind, I'm going to choose, in this instance, to steer it with one talent, just very casually, like a cool guy, like
Roger.
1 foot over to the side, just steering it, just very lightly, just sort of like movie steering, where you just sort of jitter the steering wheel and not really accomplish anything.
Exactly.
Nice, man. Anyway, so basically we know what's going to happen. I sail right up to you, and I sail that speedboat back and forth across your stupid arm-covered surface and carve you all up, and that's how I kill you.
I love your insulting adjectives now.
Listen, you insulted my giraffe so much. I am incensed for the sake of my poor, stupid, pregnant, dead giraffe.
Well, her kid had ultimate vengeance, so...
Yeah, whatever.
It's a legacy thing. Aren't you happy your progeny succeeded? My gosh.
I suppose. That was after my time, though.
So, here we go. You chose that I'm way out in the ocean.
Right.
Golden eagles do not fly deep into the ocean. They need a lot of energy and calories.
Right, but
so
they can. But I'm also evil.
I'm actually in the North Pacific. So your eagle's actually freezing to death in the Arctic with no food, which, little do you know, diminishes all your powers.
Okay.
So,
again, inventing rules, cool.
Hey, jerk face. Did you just listen to your turn?
Yes.
I'm on North Arctic. So we're in the North Pacific. I'm in my with my whale harem, because that's how my whale rolls.
Oh, okay.
So, and it's not even out that I like a lot of sex. It's just so many lady whales want to have sex with my super whale that what are my powers? Oh, my extra arms. There we go.
Yeah.
So I can actually handle two more lady whales at a time. So
I mean, like, whales travel in pods anyway, so I suppose that's a reasonable argument. I'll give you that one.
This is my whale pod harem, and I'm not morally supporting harems, everybody. This is a whale, and I have to represent them accurately.
Yeah. The lesser of two evils here is not being insensitive to whales.
There you go. Never be insensitive to a whale. Anyhow, we see this eagle that's deluding itself that it can fly over the ocean and still be healthy and retain its superpowers while starving.
Nice.
And burping. And sorry, everybody, I had vegan spaghetti. You're welcome. So anyways, we see you flutter towards this speedboater that somehow got lost in the middle of the ocean, had completely run out of gas from huffing the fumes, actually. That's how this jerk ended up in the middle of the ocean. Your bird is too stupid because it just has that stupid bird brain. It's like, I'll take over this machine. And it thinks it did, but it has no gas. In reality, your bird was high from or diluted state from lack of food. Yeah, and was actually just turning the knob on the radio of the boat, because that's the only thing that was working. And in your hallucinatory state, you think
like,
you're attacking me.
Real serious, scowling, and he's just like,
So we got a guy huffing gasoline while you're trying to steer the boat with your talents
Yes.
that are only changing the station from mariachi music to conservative talk radio.
I don't think you would get reception that far out, would you? Is it like satellite radio?
There's pirate Republican radio out in the North Pacific, Claire. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, that seems like a good marketable area for it.
Rush Limbaugh didn't die. He's just in a boat in the middle of the North Pacific, still slinging his whatever the hell he did.
His voice.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I ran out of zest for that line of humor. So anyways, not unlike your bird running out of energy for being dumb enough to fly over the ocean with a severely wounded leg.
It's not. It heals 100 times faster.
You're like those people that think they have the Mickey Mantle gene, so they can drink and smoke and everything like that their whole lives. And then they have a hole in their neck talking to seventh graders not to smoke.
Fine, I'm not though. The cards literally said I heal at 100 times natural speed.
It also literally said you didn't have telekinetic power over machines, but you gave that to yourself anyways.
Well, all the more reason for you to believe the card that I can take literally then, huh?
So during my whale refractory period, I leave my harem.
Because you just gotta get a breather.
Yeah, I mean, I try to give my time equally to everyone, Clara, all my fellow whale aficionados, but a man is still a man.
You're sensitive. You need time to yourself, this whale.
Just to be insulting, I don't even use my flippers or tail. I use my two superfluous arms to lazily paddle over to your deluded, crazy bird.
Hey, can you imagine how long it would take a whale to swim with like human arms?
Two stupid arms.
Well, it didn't say they were human arms. They could be huge. They could be mech arms. You could be.
I like to think they're ex-Clara suitors' arms. So they're just kind of like pasty noodles.
Yeah, so most of them are not great.
Sorry, Clara's suitors. But I get over there and I'm gonna attack you with whatever whale power I had.
Mm-hmm.
But the gas fumes overtook you as well, and you both fell over the side, drowned, with a really stupid bird look on your face. And you went down in history as the dumbest golden eagle that ever lived because he tried to fly over the ocean.
Well, at least I went down
and that's
in
your
history
legacy.
At all.
What now?
At least I went down in history at all.
Yeah, the whale didn't. He just faded into obscurity with his whale harem with a giant whale smile on his face. Yeah, he had a simple life and didn't need the ego validation. He's above that of the immortality of legacy.
Interesting. Okay.
And history paints your historical portrait with the Unabom's haircut.
Oh.
So it says the dumbest high eagle ever. And it shows you floating dead in the North Pacific with one of my superfluous hands lazily splashing water back and forth.
There's just a whale under the water and like a dead eagle. There's like spread wings just floating and there's like a hand coming out splashing water in its face.
Does the little squirty thing you do as a kid in a pool,
right.
You know, you make the little squirt.
Yeah. but he's making the sound with his mouth.
The whale mouth, his blowholes just out of the water.
Yeah. Well, everyone on Patreon is saying I should be more aggressive about these things and not let you just walk all over me. But man, that was funny. I couldn't help it.
They think it's easy, don't they?
Yeah, it's difficult to stand against the storm of Zach's super fight cheating.
Thank you.
Thank you. Many people have said that to me. What can I say?
Oh, the truth hurts. Oh.
Big stretches.
Well, yeah. So next time we're going to talk about we'll trade love life stories on this show. How about that? I will continue inking this. Hey, everybody, I'm going to be inking many parts of this. I want to do the rat live. We got a beautiful dog over here. I'm doing the hardest dog anchor piece because it's left side foreground.
Yeah.
Claire's teaching everybody about perspective, and she won't stop burping.
That's me.
And you know, we heard another lovely story about her making all the boys sweat at Trader Joe's across the Americas.
Across this country of ours.
Making all them shelf stalkers of organic Amy's cheese and noodles or something across America sweat.
Sorry, I just got distracted.
Well said, Zach. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good job.
You like that?
Yes, it was masterful.
But hey, everybody, didn't get a ton of inking because this is a tough piece and I had to use rough paper. So I'm going really slow. But as you can see, I'm starting to work the brindle texture in there.
That's gorgeous.
And then I'll come back with a pen once I have all the heaviness in and do the fine fur. Then I'll gray tone and white tone and zip tone and I don't know. I was trying to think of other things tone. There's an old stereo term and I forgot. And that train crashed that was carrying the joke. Hey, everybody, join our Patreon. Make fun of Clara online. She has like 300,000 followers. She answers every single person out of desperation with her eagle desperation. And
my eagle ego.
Your eagle ego. Sorry about my fragile ego. Still fun at parties.
Well, can I just take this moment to point out, if you can watch your mouth for like the remaining 2 minutes of this show, you don't have to send out a penalty gift this week.
I'm literally staring at the clock. So I'll ink just a little bit more. But everybody, thank you for joining us. Absolutely. I am actually a little bit under the weather, so Clara had to do a little bit more heavy lifting this show. But as always, my beloved assistant knows how to perk me up and make me feel guilty enough to have energy to do things. So
you did a wonderful job because, as we all bore witness to, you again obliterated me in Super Fight. I mean, the patrons will be the ultimate judge of that, but I think you did a pretty good job.
You forgot I'm going to start showing butt pics, and then you're really screwed.
Yeah, that will definitely affect everything in a positive way.
That's what I'm told. Hey, that one gentleman's club followed me for like 2 weeks, so I must be super popular.
You must be a man on the internet, so like those people are going to follow
you. You must be a whale with 2 superfluous arms. And on that note, Clara's mom, if you ever find you hit your head falling down and the phone lands on this show and you wake up listening to it, I am so very sorry for whooping up on your amazing daughter at Super Fight. And we'll let her win next time just because she's awesome. That's all I'm going to say. Sorry, everybody. I was a little, like I said, under the weather, but Claire's going to take us out, make one good fart joke, and then we're going to close shop. Hit it, Clara.
Farts are funny, everyone. Read comics.
Hey, here's my whale hands, by the way. They got working middle fingers.
They're so little. Such little whale hands.
Yeah, I like their flesh color.
It's horrifying. It's like
it'd be funny if they're flesh color, but there's like a barnacle on it.
Oh, I love how upsetting that is.
Barnacles upset you?
Just barnacles on like growing on human skin? Yeah, that's some horrorcore right there. That's scary.
What? Ever? Okay, take us out.
Well, thank you for watching, everybody. join us next time and have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.